Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. How's it hanging on a Wednesday afternoon? It's been a while since old Jake has been live on a Wednesday. Been focusing on making some crazier videos on the page lately, but I was in the middle of making a Terrifier 3 theory today, and right before I went to record it, I was like, wow, there's a big snag in there. Wow. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Damn. So I ended up scrapping it. We're live today anyways. We're doing something for the page, right? That's what matters. If you do something for your YouTube channel every single day, you've done something. There you go. So that's my mindset, at least. So what's up, everybody? How we doing? Still working out the bugs, as you can hear. How are we doing? What are the thoughts on horror today? I'm excited to get into it all. We have a lot of exciting news. Terrifier 3, we just got a little tease at a popcorn bucket, like potentially. Ooh, what's up with that? A new Terminator project is in the works from James Cameron himself. What the fuck? What's going on there? Holy crap. And I see people asking about the Pooniverse. I still love that name. I'll never get sick of it. Lots of exciting stuff coming up from them, too. The Bambi release date got changed to next year, but we are getting Peter Pan still later this year. So I'm very excited for all of it. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. Throw it out there in the chat, whatever you want to talk about, and we'll get to it. Excuse me. IDK, what's up, fella? Damn, I didn't know there was a stream tonight. It's very impromptu, as you might have heard. I was working on a video, wrote a script all morning and everything, and yeah, ended up scrapping it. So we're live instead. Screw it. Why the heck not? IDK, thanks for being here, my friend, and thank you for supporting the page by being a channel member. I really appreciate that. It's a fun time to become a channel member as well, because you can check out the exclusive Horror Hot Take series, baby! Ugh! It's like my favorite thing on this page. I hope that all y'all get to check it out. It's really fun. There's a new episode coming this Friday as well, so check it out. New episode every single week for Patreon members. Love it. Very good stuff all around. Tara, what's up, fella? Tara Salgado, hi. Hello. Dawson is saying hi 1 week until stream, and looks like Terrifier 3 is getting a popcorn bucket. Heck yeah, baby! I wonder what it's gonna be. We have people speculating already on it. Some people are saying maybe it's the severed head of Allie's mom, like from Terrifier 2 with the candy and all that. I'm like, oh, that's really fun. I dig that. Maybe it's Art the Clown's head, which was severed in the previous film, and you just fill that bad boy up with candy too. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. I really hope we do get one, though. That's gonna be fun. AMC is teasing it. So what's up with all them apples, Dawson? Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Easty, what's up, fella? Saying, hi, Jake. Did you hear that Terrifier 3 popcorn buckets were basically announced? Yes, I can't wait to see what they're all about, my friend. Very excited. Thank you for being a member as well. Jacob Wells is saying, hi, hey, Jake, big fan of your channel, man. Sorry I've been out of YouTube lately. It's all good. Been busy like always, but what do you think about the crazy Pooniverse movies, especially Peter Pan? So, Jacob, I know a little more about the Pooniverse than probably most people do. I can't say why or how or what's up with that. I've been sworn to secrecy. But while I really enjoyed the Winnie the Pooh slashers, they're fun. You know, they're goofy little films. And I like that. I like that about them. Peter Pan is a much darker thing, and it's really interesting and inventive, and there's a lot going on there that the other movies just don't have. I know a little bit about Pinocchio too, that again I feel like it's just gonna be its own thing and just a really inventive take on the old works that I really think fans are going to love. If you like the old school, like honestly, if you like the old school story and all that, you're going to love what they're doing with it, how they're creatively turning it into a horror story. I'm blown away personally by some of the things going on in both of those stories, especially. I don't know too much about Bambi, in all fairness, but what I do know about Peter Pan and Pinocchio, I'm very excited. I've seen some things. Ugh. But it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it, especially both those two in particular. Paula Fitzhenry, what's up, fella? Thanks for being a member. Hello. Hi. Welcome to this channel. Appreciate you. Can't wait to visit the set of Scream 7 and maybe catch a selfie with Neb and Courtney. That could be cool. That could be dope. Maybe, my friend. Are you in the Atlanta area, VKD? Are you going to be around there when they're filming it this December? That's exciting stuff. December down south must be fun. It's just gross up here. It's just snow and cold and not a very fun time. I envy it. I envy my Floridian and Georgian friends. I bet it's cool. down south. Papa Bear 54 is saying next week is Stream, and it's been confirmed that they are going to release the Screamboat trailer during the screening. I talked a little bit about that in my video from last Saturday, my friend. Yeah, so what I'll tell you about the Screamboat teaser, it doesn't show you much. And like, you know, most times I will say that's awesome. I love when teaser trailers don't show me much, but I got like nothing on that movie. I don't even got to read on really what it's going to be about. It's mostly just a girl running around on a boat. That's it. That's really all they show you. We don't even see the Mr. Mouse, the goofy little mouse guy, which I was that was my one criticism in that video. I was like, you know, I really enjoyed Stream. Stream is a badass movie. It rocks. But I was like, man, it's like, wish I could have shown a little more in that Screamboat teaser. I'm just saying what's up with that. But I'm sure it's going to be fun. That film releases in January. David Howard Thornton is playing the iconic mouse. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what it's all about. Allegedly, it was filmed on Pete Davidson's boat too. That's allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm hearing funny things about that. Kev44445 is saying Terrifier 3. I see you're excited for that. Me too, my friend. I cannot wait. Antonis, what's up? What's up? How's it going, Chucky? Mikey, hey yo. Welcome in. EK is saying Riz. I'm the Rizzler, as they say. No, I said that. No one else says that. Screaming Ice Cream, what's up, bro? Hi. Hello. Mr. Piss Taker, thank you for taking all the piss out of the stream. Appreciate you. Thank you a bunch. We don't want no piss around here. Duke is saying, "What up?" To which I would respond with, "What's up? What's up?" I love it, my friend. Welcome in, Duke. Appreciate you a bunch. Moo, what's up, fella? I'm not gonna say that. Hi, hello. What's up? Riv go crazy. Sup, Jake? I'm going. Jake go crazy. That's what's up. Jake's going crazy. I already answered that. Hell yeah, dog. Am I gonna see Blink twice? Yeah, that's the one Zoe Kravitz film, right? That got the name changed and all that. And it's about a billionaire. Channing Tatum's playing Gambit, but a billionaire, pretty much, right? Yeah, I'm excited for that one. It looks cool. Austin Daniels is with us as well. Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Hey, Jake, currently going strong on my Scream fan film, taking inspiration from The Summer of '84, Cuckoo, and Sandlot, funny enough. That's a really interesting mix of films. Cuckoo inspired a great chase sequence that's very original. Nice. I love it. Very, very fun stuff. Good luck. Have a good time. Have fun with it. We just finalized my short film this afternoon. And it's 100% done. It is in the can officially. No more finishing touches. It's done, and it's just a great feeling. It is man, I've been working on this since last September. This 9-minute little short film, and it's officially done. And it's wow. I don't know. It's such a fulfilling feeling when you put so much work into something and it comes out exactly how you want it to. So don't be afraid of that. I know it's gonna get tough at times making a movie, but run it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Just get it done. Make it happen. Can you briefly talk about The Strangers? I love the first two. That last one sucked balls. I genuinely was this was a waste of my time. Give me my money back, Rennie Harlan. What the fuck? I wasn't crazy about it. Check out my review. I'll go in more detail there, I promise. But I don't know. It's kind of just they took the best moments from the other films. They haphazardly put them together in a new film and didn't really add much else to it. It's just all the scenes from the other flicks, but done worse with somewhat of new characters, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really crazy about it. It's kind of the same characters from the first movie featuring some of the events from Prey at Night. I don't know. Chapter 1 was a big miss with me personally. I don't really have too much excitement for chapters 2 and 3. I will review them though. Well, we'll see what's up. Well, maybe they get better, you know? You got to have hope. I always have hope for horror movies, man. That's my whole thing, right? My Chunky Jordy, what's up, fella? Hi. Hello. Thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate you. Same to Madison. I'm an ass. Damn. Just coming out the gate with that. I should block you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. What's up, Madison? How you doing? We were just playing some Fortnite before this. It was fun. Very good stuff. Khalifa, what's up, fella? Is Scream 7 releasing in July of 2025? I wish, but probably not. So they're going to begin filming in December of this year. It will likely go for 3 months, is my guess. That's just based off of previous previous filming schedules for Scream movies. It'll probably run until March of next year. So we probably won't see Scream 7 until early 2026, late 2025 at the earliest. Maybe a December release. But I doubt. I would rather them just take their time. You know what I mean? I'd rather them take their time and have it come out in like spring of 2026. There's also a really good release window. I'm kind of forgetting where it is, but it's either April or March of 2026 where there's not a bunch of big movies coming out. They have some time to kind of get their stuff figured out, which is great. So I would rather them release it at a time where it actually could make money and you have some excitement around it. If it releases in July 2025, it's got some competition with the new I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot, which might actually hurt the box office for both films. So I think it won't. I think it definitely will not come out then. Not to shit on your parade there, but we'll see though. We'll see what happens. I want it as soon as possible, of course, but I want it to be good as well. I want them to take their time and make a good flick. Been hearing great things about Alien Romulus, a return to simplicity that pays respect to all the Alien films. I'm hearing the same thing, Mr. L. My boys over at Splattercast are saying it fucking rocks. I'm so excited. I'm seeing it very early tomorrow, and your boy will have a review Thursday night. I was going to do it for Friday, but I'm seeing it at like 3 o'clock. Let's run it. So tomorrow night, Alien Romulus review. I can't wait. We will be talking spoilers for Alien Romulus on Monday, by the way. We used to do it on Fridays, but I figured let's give everyone the weekend to see it, Everyone's got busy schedules and shit they got to do. So on Monday, we're going to talk spoilers for Alien Romulus in a fun little live stream just like this. So stop on by. Come say hey if you want to see Alien Romulus and talk about it with old Jake. And tell me how much you loved it or how much you hated it. Mr. L, thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. Mr. Rick, what's up, Mr. Rick? It's been a minute, man. How's it going? Welcome in. Mr. Rick is saying, what's up? Just saw Maxine. I enjoyed it, but it could have been better. I think I like all three in order. Not a bad movie. I think I feel you. I think I would rank that one in that series in release order, even though I love Pearl. I love Pearl so much. Maxine has its problems. That third act is rough. It wasn't perfect, but I still had a very good time with it. I really enjoyed Maxine for sure. So I feel you. I really enjoyed it, but I think it could have been better in that third act. But it is so worth a watch. It's great seeing Mia Goth in another killer horror flick. I can't argue with it. I'm just like, I'll take it. The fact that all three of these movies are so crazy consistent. Damn. Maxine, I think the quality only dropped a little bit too. I think we were really overblowing it when it first came out. If X and Pearl are like 10 out of 10s, I think that Maxine's like a 7 out of 10, which is still pretty good, man. I mean, shit, that's an incredible trilogy right there. Most people, most trilogies really fall off towards the end or with one specific entry. It's impressive to see that franchise just kill it with nearly every entry. It's great stuff. Seeing Alien tomorrow, says Austin Daniels, easily my most anticipated for the year, and I have a feeling it won't disappoint. I don't think it will either. The Rotten Tomatoes is very up. The people who have seen it early mostly have good things to say. I've seen some criticisms towards a certain thing that leaked. By the way, yeah, I meant to say that right at the top of this. I would just avoid social media if you're going to see Alien Romulus. I've had something spoiled about it that I don't even want to talk about it or criticize it or anything yet because I don't want it to be. It's a surprise. Frankly, what it is. Avoid social media. Don't go online. Don't look up Alien Romulus stuff. Avoid it like the plague. Something big about the movie has been spoiled. Trust me. I got it spoiled myself. I wasn't even thinking. I was just scrolling on Twitter earlier and then I saw someone talking about it. I'm like, that sucks. I wish I would have known that before seeing it. But no, I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be great. There might be one little snag with the film that I might have. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll see. I'm excited. It's Fede doing Alien, man. I'm gonna cream my shorts when I see it, frankly. So it's very good stuff. Chunky Jordy saying, show some love, hit the like button. Hey, why not? Why not do that? That would be pretty cool. Subscribe to the page, become a channel member. That would make Jake very happy. It would put a big old smile on my face. Jace Crawford is saying, seeing Romulus tomorrow, super excited. Trust in Fede. All good things to say. I couldn't agree more. EC, yes, I know that. I recognize the profile picture, my friend. I love it. I really dig it, by the way. This is Easton Plays, just so everyone knows. Changed his name up a little bit. I like it. Easty VR. Are you gonna do some VR content? That's cool. I was gonna try to get into VR for a little while there. I remember the boys were doing it back in 2020, and I actually got a headset and everything. Didn't end up doing it, but but it's fun. Ella's calling me a stinker, but I'm just getting bullied. I do this extra live stream to be cool and fun, and I get called an ass and a stinker butt. Damn, I'm just gonna cry. Welcome in, Ella. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Hell yeah. Wayne's asking about the t-shirt. I got this at Geneva on the Lake, Ohio. When I got back to Ohio this past week, decided to hang out at Geneva. I've never been there before, but girlfriend's parents and family, I meant to say, we're all hanging out there. So I was like, I was hanging out there, and I saw a shirt with Art the Clown on it. It's like a Halloween crawl thing, and it's, as you can see, Art the Clown's pouring out a beer on Pennywise's head, and I'm like, I have to buy that shirt. It was like $5. I did not do this crawl. I cannot say that I did this, but it's a cool shirt, and I had to have it for $5. Like, psh, yeah, hell yeah, let's run it. So I have 2 Art the Clown shirts now, is basically what I'm trying to tell you all. My Chunky Jordy gifted a Killjoy Jake memberships as well. Oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate that a bunch. Oh, I gotta scroll up. I'm behind on the chat. Robert Brunello, welcome to the fold, my friend. Thank you for being here. Check out all the horror hot takes videos. There's like 3 or 4 of them now, right? There's 4. There are 4 horror hot take videos exclusive for Patreon and channel members right now. Go check them out. I covered The Shining, Alien vs. Predator, which is perfect for, this week. Oh my God, there you go. X and Halloween 2018 so far. I don't want to say what the one this week is because it's a big surprise. Ooh, it's a good one. Let's just say that. It's same vein as Halloween. That's the hint. But it was requested by one of our Art the Clown patrons recently, and it's probably one of the best horror movies of all time. I can't wait to rewatch it. So check that one out. Robert, thank you for being here. My Chunky Jordy, thank you for the gift, by the way. I really appreciate that. Thank you. VKD is saying I live a short drive from Atlanta. Very nice, very nice. So you'll be able to check out all the Scream filming locations for the new film. Very exciting. Let me know if you see anything. Shoot me a message on the old Instagram or Twitter or X if you want to call it that. I don't know. Some billionaire wants to call it that, but I'm just going to call it Twitter. What a weirdo. Anyways, Luddy Network's throwing $2 out there. I like it. Little demon and fire. Very good stuff. I see you're excited for potentially some more fire in Terrifier 3, I hope. We got to see him basically burn down the clown cafe. Will he burn down, Santa's workshop in this new film? I hope so. I hope so, Luddy. That'd be a good time. Maybe he'll use your flamethrower. There we go. Dude, thank you so much for the $2, Luddy. I really appreciate you. Always hanging out on these streams and supporting the page. Means a lot to me. Doesn't go unnoticed. I hope you know. Thank you so much, and thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. Appreciate you a bunch. Mikey is saying, Jake, thoughts on the new Halloween and Ash vs. Evil Dead games that got announced yesterday? I'm excited for them. They look fun. I know like one of them is like a platformer or something. Like it's like a 2D like platformer. It looks fun. It looks like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. That's gonna be sick. I'm here for it. I think they're both that, if I'm remembering correctly. I was thinking about covering it, but then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this Terrifier theory instead, and well, you guys know how that panned out. But excuse me. Yeah, they look like fun. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the Unreal Engine Halloween game too. That's going to be sick. I kind of agree with a lot of people in the comments from my video on Monday when we were talking about it. A lot of people were saying I'm getting kind of sick of the multiplayer horror games. I kind of want like a story mode. And I kind of feel that with Halloween. Like I almost hope they do like a Resident Evil style thing where it's like, there's like a campaign, there's a story mode, you're playing as Michael Myers, you're running around killing people. Or maybe you're playing as Laurie Strode. I don't know. But I'm here for it. I think that'll be a lot of fun, whatever it ends up being. I hope it's good. I just hope it's good, Mikey, more than anything. If it's a good multiplayer game, hell yeah. If it's a good story-based game, hell yeah as well. Let's run it. Noah Atkinson is a big blockbuster lover, saying, what's up, Jake? The title should be Let's Talk Blockbusters, but your boy loves him some indie horror movies too, Noah. Come on now. I like the blockbusters. I like indie movies. I love them all. It's all good stuff. Great stuff all around. Paul Harris is saying Alien Romulus and Terrifier 3 are the only movies I want to see next for sure. Hell yeah, dog. Paul, there's a lot to be excited for, but I will say, those are the two that are probably at the top of my list in terms of excitement. Stream comes out next week, which we can't forget about, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot forget about this film. I got to see it early. Massive shout out to director Michael Levy. Thank you so much for inviting Madison and I to the premiere. It was a blast. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And the movie rocked. Like, genuinely, I loved it. It's a great franchise starter. You guys got to see it in theaters next week. It's a limited run, only going to be in theaters for like 4 days. So the 21st, the 22nd, 23rd, and I think the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So go see it next week in theaters. Oh my God, it's so worth your time. If you like Terrifier, you're going to love Stream. it's different. It's a very different film, but it has that same level of brutality with its kills. There's a very interesting cryptic mystery at the core of it, just like Terrifier. There's a lot going on there, but it does find its own unique voice as well. So, Paul, check that one out if you know nothing about it. I couldn't recommend it more. And Stefano is gifting 5 Killjoy Jake memberships as well. Thank you so much, Stefano. Appreciate that a bunch. So, my friend here came in, like, I want to say the first Terrifier countdown stream that we did. And Stefano was just gifting memberships left and right. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. Means a bunch to old Jake. Thank you. But let's talk a little bit about this. So who's getting these? Mr. Rick. Awesome. Love that. Wayne Turner. Two classics. 2 people who've been here for a long time. I love to see that. Universal Disappointment. Coral. And Ideals LXX. I don't know those last 2 people, but hello everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for being members. Appreciate you guys. And Stefano, thanks for gifting the memberships, man. Thank you. Hell yeah, dog. Rock on. Well, welcome to the fold, everybody. Again, check out the horror hot takes videos. They're fun. They're a blast to make. And it seems like the people are really liking them too, which is great. So give it a watch. It's good stuff. Austin is asking, can we reboot Scream after 7, no more legacy characters, and get Kaylee Spaney as the lead? She can carry this franchise going forward. No doubt. I love everything you're saying, Austin. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, I think you guys know my feelings on this. I'm down for one more Sydney story. I am, because it is set up. I will give the Scream franchise that. They have set up one more big story with Sidney Prescott. I have to give them that. You know, they have a story there with Sidney Prescott, with her family and all that. Tell that story. Cool. Whatever. but if they're trying to sell me on a new trilogy revolving around the character, I don't know about that. I'm down for one last ride. I really am. I think one more Sydney focused movie. Let's rock and roll with that. Her protecting her family. Yeah, that's a movie right there. That's enough to win me over for Scream 7. But again, it's got to be executed well. You got to give me a reason to tell this story. And then I think after 7, we need to reboot it. I'm seeing a lot of people pretty much on that same page too. There was a theory that got posted the other day that I wanted to make a video on, and I was like, this is just such a cool idea. Like, we got to do something with this. Basically applying the same format of Trap from M. Night Shyamalan that just came out like 2 weeks ago to a Scream film. So you're following Ghostface the whole time, but it's like at like a stab convention or like a horror con or something like that. And Ghostface is trying to get out. You know, the survivors are like trying to pin down like, oh, we know Ghostface is here. We're going to stop him. I think that's so cool. I think that is such a good idea. Like, run that, make it happen. I believe that was Physical Media on X, on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. So rock and roll to that theory. Let's make that happen. I think that would be so cool. And Kaylee Spaney, I've been singing her praises for a very long time. I think you guys have heard me say this before, but I will say it again. She is like the best actress who was, for a long time there, just in a lot of bad movies. The Craft Legacy is probably the one that horror fans will know the best. But man, I mean, that's a bad movie, but its one saving grace is Kaylee Spaney's performance. I'm like, this, I think I said it in my review that I did for, like, as a Patreon exclusive a long time ago. I'm like, Kaylee Spaney is going places, but she's got to stop being in all these crappy movies. Like, I'm telling you, this lady's about to blow up. Like, she's about to be the biggest thing, and we're seeing that now this year. Thank God. Civil War, she was phenomenal in that. I believe that's the highest grossing A24 movie ever, or at least had the highest budget. It's something big for A24, if I'm not mistaken there. And now she's leading Alien Romulus in a role that looks awesome. I'm going to be honest. I've heard nothing but good things about her performance in this movie so far, and I can't wait to see what it's all about tomorrow. So very exciting stuff. I couldn't sing the praises of Miss Spaney more. So I'm sure she would do great as the lead in a Scream film, especially. That would be awesome. What else do we got going on? What else are we talking about here? Universal Disappointment saying, just got a notification I was gifted. Thanks so much, whoever gave it to me. That was Stefano, my friend. So mad shout out to Stefano for that. That was awesome. Very good stuff there. A lot of love in this community. It's great stuff. Wayne Turner is saying Toxic Avenger reboot has been shelved indefinitely, may never be released, even though it has been made, which is a big bummer right there. We had Peter Dinklage in the role of the Toxic Avenger, which was so cool. Who else was in it? Elijah Wood is in it, which is like, he looks crazy. He looks like the Penguin from Batman Returns. It's crazy. A lot of very interesting stuff there, and we're just no release date, nothing. It had a pretty decent festival run, if I'm not mistaken, either. And now we're just not getting it. I don't know what's up with that. I would love to see it. That first Toxic Avenger movie is crazy fun. If you guys have never seen it, couldn't recommend that more. Would love to see this reboot at some point. Jake, if you don't like Alien, I will shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it. I really do. I'm very excited for it. Splattercast. I hear your guys' review was great. That's very exciting stuff. I can't wait. Things are exciting. Seeing it very early tomorrow. Stereo Crow is hanging out with us, 1954. What's up, fella? Love the profile picture. Did you see what AMC posted on Instagram? I sure did. I'm very excited. Terrifier 3 popcorn buckets. I might talk about it in a video tomorrow. It's a bit, I don't want to make that promise. Your boys got some other stuff going on in the morning, and then I got my Alien review. But yes, this is very exciting. I really hope we get it. As you guys know, there's a petition to sign. That's been a thing for a while now for a Terrifier 3 popcorn bucket. I hope we get it. It would be really cool. So fingers crossed. Stereo Crow. Very good stuff. Killian J. Jacobs is here too, saying I need a cigarette. Long day in court. Ugh. That's no good. Well, Killian, I hope you're doing okay, my friend, my esteemed lawyer. Very, very close friend with this guy. Very, very good stuff. Ashley S has just become a new member as well. Thank you so much, Ashley, for your support. Really appreciate you. Welcome to Ghostface. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check out all the fun content that, like I said, horror hot takes, fun stuff. I'll shut up about it, I promise. Rivko Crazy is saying I liked X, but Pearl was garbage. Ooh, a hot take. A very hot take, my friend. You know, it's funny. I usually hear the opposite. I usually hear that X was garbage and Pearl was fantastic. I love both. I think both are just phenomenal. But I'm sorry you didn't like Pearl. That's no good. I had a very good time with both of those for very different reasons. They're very different films, for sure. So I can see why, like, you know, slasher fans might like X a little more, but maybe not so much Pearl, because it is a little more slow and character focused. But that's kind of what I like about it personally. So I'm here for it. Paul is saying Fede is pressure. There's definitely a lot of pressure on the fella right now, for sure. This is his big return in the director's seat. You know, the last movie he put out was a bit of a box office bomb, which I hate putting a spotlight on it, but you know, it is true, and that sucks. Bums me out a bit because I do really like a lot of his movies. But now he's back. You know, he's back with Alien Romulus. It's said to make a lot of money this weekend. So I think it's going to do very well. So let's go see it. Let's support Fede so that he can keep making some killer horror flicks for us. Maybe we get a whole trilogy of new Alien movies too. I don't know what the plan is right now, but I'm here for it. Blair Hathaway is with us. Jake, what's up, Blair? How's it going? Welcome in. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. A Wednesday night, and we got like 75 people in here. That's awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Appreciate you. Wasn't even gonna go live tonight. I love this. It's great stuff. What was my favorite subject in school? I really liked history. I was a big history buff. I always excelled there. I had a history teacher who hated me, though, in 10th grade. She just did not like me at all and gave me bad grades, and I had to cheat my way through that class. I'm just going to be so real. Yeah, she just did not like me, and I was just like, okay, well, if you're going to just give me bad grades for doing the same amount of work as everybody else, well, I'm going to figure some other path out. But I do like history. I'm not going to lie, that experience kind of turned me off from the whole thing. I wanted to be a history teacher for a long time there. I wanted to be a teacher somehow, some way. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, that was the teacher that turned me off from the job. I was like, man, that was such a bad experience. 10th grade was rough for old Jake. So kind of turned me away from it. I'm not going to lie. But anyways, let's get off of that. Let's talk a little more about horror films. I like that. That's a better topic opposed to high school Jake. Dear God. Austin is saying, love Fede Alvarez, but low-key feel like he doesn't like dogs, if you catch my drift. Hopefully no dogs in Alien. There might be a cat. That's all I'm going to say. There might be a cat. You know, that's kind of an exclusive thing. You might remember Jonesy from the first two movies. So we'll see what's up with that. I hope no animals die. Fingers crossed. Jonesy made it out, so maybe. I just watched Aliens last night, like the extended 1990 cut of it. That's such a good movie. Oh my God. I think that actually is my favorite Alien film. For the longest time, I'm like, I didn't know. Like, it's always been in the balance of Alien or Aliens. I love them both. They're so great. I mean, it's so hard to say one or the other. It's definitely not so clean cut as I'm possibly making it sound, but I think I do prefer Aliens now in my old age. I just, it's so much fun. There's not a moment of that film that I'm like, oh, I'm falling asleep or something. No, Aliens is just, it's just a perfect movie. I love it. It's the best sci-fi action horror flick I think ever made. Genuinely, it's so much fun. So I think that nowadays that's at the top of my list, but I do love Alien. I mean, God, there's no way you can tell me any other flicks break the first two besides those two. You know, that's my thing. That's always going to be my 1 and 2, just maybe flipping around constantly. But I do love both. I love both so much. Jace Crawford is saying, hope to see you at Scarefest and talk some more horror. Absolutely, my friend. I will be at Scarefest 100%. I don't know what word I was trying to say there, but I 100% will be at Scarefest, my friends. And why do I say that? Well, I don't know. You know, maybe I got something going on at Scarefest. I don't know. But go to Scarefest and come see Jake. So I might even have some more free tickets to give away, just like how I did a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. You know, who knows what's going on with that? I couldn't tell you. So come see me at Scarefest. It's going to be fun. Last year I got to meet so many fun and wonderful people. It was great. I remember at Horror Hound, too, I got to talk about Scream 6 was fresh on the brain still. And I remember so many people were just like, oh, man, you know, I've this, like, I hated it. I loved it. And everyone gave me their 2 cents on it. It was great. It was a wonderful time. So come see me at Scarefest. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. Would I rather get a Terrifier game or a Scream game? Ooh. That's really tough because I think both of those have potential. Like, definitely both of those have a lot of potential. Terrifier, I feel like, would just be like a slash 'em up, you know, just Art the Clown running around killing people, and there'd be some fun kills. That'd be great. I think a Scream game lends itself to much more creativity, though. You know, you could actually, like, try to figure out who the killer is. There could be, like, a werewolf vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like, you could have a party of 8 people or something like that, and you're trying to figure out who the killer is amongst all of you. That could be fun. I feel like that could be a really interesting game. I'm leaning towards that if they were able to do something that complex. Because I just think that would be a fun time. Oh my God, I could play 100 matches of that and not get sick of it. Mr. Rick throwing $2 out there. Thank you for the support, Mr. Rick. Appreciate you a bunch. Is Terrifier 1 and 2 back on the big screen? You know what? I believe in the UK they're doing like a double feature right now. I don't think that's. Correct me if I'm wrong here, chat or fellas out there. Is that in America too? I know that's a UK thing. I know in the UK they're doing a screening of both of those, but I can't remember if that's also happening here in the States. But I remember reading something about that recently. It's exciting stuff, regardless. So if you're out in the UK, I know that's happening for y'all. But look into that. If someone could do a little fact check on that, that would be awesome. Let's check that out. But Mr. Rick, thank you for the $2, my friend. I'm so excited to see these movies. I'm so excited to see Terrifier 3, I should say, in theaters. October 11th, baby. You know your boy will be there day one. Cannot wait for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I just got through a rewatch of Terrifier 2, and I got to rewatch the first one again because it's been a minute. But I definitely, like, I'm still vibing with it. You know, that's my thing. Every time I watch Terrifier 2, I know some people have said, like, oh, the length is, like, it feels a little long in that back half. There's just so much going on. Like, there's so much fun stuff going on in that third act that it never fails to hold my interest. That was something I was really thinking about on this last rewatch, and I love it to death, man. It's such a fun movie. It's probably my favorite slasher of all time. It's so gory. It's so over the top. It's a great time every time. Mr. Rick, thank you for the $2, though. And I hope you get to see that one in the theaters soon here. You're also gifted a membership. Look at that. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. That went to Splattercast, too. That's so funny. Nice. Well, welcome in, fellas. Splattercast is also doing a horror hot take series as well. Dylan actually messaged me, and he's like, is it cool if I do a horror hot takes? Like, I want to do it so bad. Like, I have some things I want to get off my chest. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, man. Come on, run it up. So check out Dylan's horror hot take series as well. But go check that out as well, man. It's all good stuff. Thank you so much. Appreciate you a bunch. What other questions do we got going on out there? Do you think that one of Sydney's kids could have been a killer? I think that would be epic. You know, all things in execution. You know, I remember, you know, Jill. I didn't think that Jill would be a killer ever. She's Sydney's cousin. That's brutal. You know, that's an upsetting reveal. That's like heartbreak. God, brutal. So I mean, anything's possible, man. I do think that this film is going to really put a fence around her whole like happy ending. So I don't think it's going to get that dark in entry number 7. I think some people are saying it's going to, but I don't know. Knowing Kevin Williamson, I feel like this isn't going to be like the darkest Scream movie ever. But I'm excited to see what it ends up being. I hope it's good. I hope it's enjoyable. But I think the kids are going to probably be younger and probably just be potentially suspects, maybe. But I don't know. I don't see them being killers. But you never know. I don't even know what the movie's about, so it's kind of hard to even say that. Madison is saying I should end the stream early and hop back on Fortnite. You know, if I could leave my job early and just play video games all the time, I probably would. But come on now, I gotta get this. I gotta do this. We're hanging out. We're talking about horror movies. It's fun. It's a great time. It was fun playing a little Fortnite with y'all beforehand, though. I gotta say that was very fun. Infinite Sky is asking if I save my ticket stubs. You know, I started going to Regal theaters more. And they actually give you the stub. They don't do that at Cinemark, at least here. And I really appreciate that. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice to actually have a stub. And I'm like putting them back in the box and all that, which is cool. I have a little box with all my old tickets. And I probably haven't gotten too many movie tickets in the last 2 years just because, like I said, I usually go to Cinemark and they don't give you a stub. So I save them all. I still have my 2018 Hereditary movie ticket stubs. They're like almost completely faded, but they're there. I used to put them in the movie cases, like back there, but now I just got a little box for all of them, which is nice. They used to just fall out all over the place. It was terrible. Davey Deathray is with us as well. What's up, Davey? How's it going? What's happening, Chad? Hope everyone is having a great day. Is this Tony the Tiger or is it Davey Deathray? What's going on here? I love it. I love that you're wishing everyone a great day, too. You got to love the positivity there. Great stuff, Davey. I'm going on Davey's page next Wednesday as well, and I'm going to be on Chainsaw Reacts tonight. So lots of fun stuff happening. Lots of crazy streams in the works, baby. Very exciting stuff. Erica's asking, haven't seen X yet, but I did finally watch Pearl. I liked it. Ooh, that's interesting. Erica, you have a very interesting opportunity here. You can watch the prequel before the middle film now. So you've seen Pearl, go watch X, and then watch Maxine. That's interesting. I wonder how that's how that's gonna go. You know, it's very interesting stuff. I love it. I love to see it. Robert Rojas. What's up, fella? Jake, keep up the grind. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Got my tickets for Alien Romulus tomorrow at 3:30. We're going to be seeing Alien at the same time, my friend. I'm going very early as well tomorrow. Got my 3 o'clock tickets. I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, and your boy will have a review probably, I want to say like probably around like 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited. Oh, it's an exciting time. I love Alien. I've loved this franchise my whole life. I remember not being like crazy about Prometheus and Covenant. I need to do a rewatch because I've only seen both of those like twice. So I got to go back. I got to go back and watch those again. Give them a reboot or give them a rewatch. I mean, before I rank all the movies this weekend. But I remember just not being crazy about those, and I'm like, man, I want another Alien movie that just that floors me. You know, I want another one that just completely blows my mind. And I think this is gonna be it. I really do think that's gonna be the case. So I'm really excited. Cannot wait. ABH Ninjas, what's up, fella? How's it going? Welcome in. Appreciate you for stopping by. Saying you inspired me to start doing my own horror movie reviews on YouTube, and I plan on starting once I don't have a sore throat and can go without coughing my lungs out every 2 minutes. Yeah, that would help. That definitely will help. I'll tell you that. Run it, man. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Have fun, review things you want to talk about. I couldn't recommend that more. The most important thing is that there's passion behind your words. People will be able to tell, I promise you that. So have a good time, enjoy what you do, and I hope, and I wish you nothing but luck. Very good stuff, my friend. What else is going on here? Jake, what horror villains do you want to see fight each other? Man, I really want to see Art the Clown in a versus movie. I'm not gonna lie. I think that would be so much fun. I don't know what it would be though. Like who's he fighting? Who's an icon big enough to fight Art the Clown? I mean, like the only person that even comes to mind, and I wouldn't even say this character has achieved icon status yet, A big yet there though is Johnny from In a Violent Nature, but I don't know why. I don't think those characters would fight. We need another like campy horror villain that like kind of takes over a little bit, and then we could possibly see something like that. But I would love to see an Art the Clown versus movie. Like that would be so much fun. It fits, right? The vibes of Terrifier I feel like would really work with a Freddy versus Jason style campy slasher movie. I would totally be so down for that. So Art the Clown and whatever next up and comer there is in the space, that would be fun. For sure. Rib Go Crazy, great question. Stefano's also gifting more memberships. Appreciate the heck out of you, my friend. Who's getting them bad boys, though? That's going to Live Studios, Duke, ABH Ninjas. Oh, look at that. Starting a horror page, and you just got a membership. I love it. Darth Kermit and Mojo Jojo. Look at that. Great stuff. Stefano, thank you so much for the memberships. I really do appreciate you, my friend. And welcome to the fold, everybody. Very good stuff. Sip up on the Killjoy Jake Kool-Aid. It's delicious, and it's not laced with anything, I promise. Anyways, let's get back to it. Lollipop Sanchez, what's up? Hey everybody, sorry about that. There we go. We're we're back. Apologies. The power just went out. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. There we go. Let me just give me give me 1 minute to just get set back up here. And we'll make this happen. I'm live, right? You guys can see me. Jake is ghost. Okay, I see myself on the screen. There we go. Okay, he has risen from the second coming. That's hilarious. We will get to these super chats. Apologies, everybody. I don't even know what just happened. I couldn't even tell you. It was crazy. That scared the crap out of me. Like genuinely, that scared me so bad I almost pooped my pants. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna cover some of these super chats that I missed, and then we'll get on to more of the chats. Lollipop Sanchez is saying, can't wait for tomorrow and October 11th. Hell yeah, dog! Ugh! We got Alien Romulus tomorrow, and then Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3. What? We've seen Terrifier 2 already. We got that on October 11th. But Lollipop Sanchez, again, I can't stress this enough. Stream is coming out next week. If you got nothing going on next Wednesday through Saturday of that week, maybe, I don't know, maybe you got nothing going on. Go check out this movie. Go check it out. Stream rocks. It's from the same people that made Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 1 and 3. And they got this new slasher thing coming up. So definitely give it a watch. It rocks. It's a killer flick. It's a very fun time, Lollipop. So thank you so much. I love the Stu profile picture. My favorite ghost face. And hell yeah, enjoy the movie tomorrow. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate you. Luddy Network is saying, is there going to be another Purge movie? Yes. James DeMonaco, the series creator, actually said that they're working on like a sixth and final film for the Purge, and I believe what's his face from 2 and 3 is back. I can't remember his name. Frank Grillo, is that his name? I believe he's back for Purge 6 as well. So that might be exciting. Those are my 2 favorite Purge movies. I'm not gonna lie. 2 and 3 rocked. So I really hope it rocks. Hope it's good. And I can't wait to see it, Luddy. I'm really excited. I wasn't crazy about the last one, so I hope this one is a bit of a step up from where we were from the Forever Purge, which is, I mean, it's got some crazy kills and stuff, but it's a bunch of nonsense, I'll tell you what. But Luddy Network, thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. And look at you. You're just killing it out here. Damn, my next 3 super chats are from you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what else do we got going on here? Damn, Madison really just cut the power. I think she did. I honestly think she just really wants to play Fortnite that bad that she's like, I don't care that you're streaming. We're going. We're making this we're making this happen. That's hilarious, man. I will say this again. That was the worst jump scare I've had in a very long time. Like every light in this room just went like boo boo, like on and off immediately. I don't even know what happened. I don't think it's storming here or anything. It says 75 and sunny. Yeah. It's actually kind of a beautiful day. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what's going on. So that was really funny, very funny stuff. Madison must be cutting some of my lines. Brutal. Luddy's also throwing $5 out there saying, all right guys, what are the words Jake said when the power went out? I'm curious what people might have said. I said, holy shit, if you guys want to say, if you guys want to know. I said, holy shit, I'm not gonna be able to end the live stream without my computer being on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be live on the page for like 12 hours. 12 hours of nothing. Do you think people would unsubscribe if I fucked up that bad? I don't know. But Luddy, thank you for the $5, my friend. I appreciate it, man. I don't know what's going on here, but I do think it's funny. Jake punches Mario at the Inside Out headquarters. God, I just can't believe Killjoy Jake would do that, Like, we all thought he was this cool guy, and then he just punches Mario right at the Inside Out headquarters. God, I just can't believe it. There's someone in here saying you punched Mario at the Inside Out. Yeah, I did, and I'm gonna issue my apology video tomorrow. Anyways, Luddy Networks throwing $2 out there saying, damn, Maddie really wanted to play Fortnite. I guess so. I guess so. I guess she did. I don't even see no response from her at all, by the way. So that must be what's going on. I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy. Luddy, thank you for the 2. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. I really do appreciate you, my friend. We're back. We're golden. We figured it out. Power's back on. Dialing Space is saying had no power for 6 hours. Is anybody else experiencing any power outages? That would be no good. Be no fun at all. So I hope not. I hope everyone's doing okay, has power. I know my friends in Parma, Ohio are not, or some areas of Northeast Ohio are had the storm come through and had like almost a week of no power, which sucks. So good luck to everyone out there. Stay safe. And all that fun stuff. Trayvon King is saying, any updates on the Backroom movie, Jake? Dude, nothing. I mean, like literally, I have heard absolutely nothing about the Backrooms. But I'm actually curious because I haven't looked it up in a bit. Your boy's been so focused on, like Scream 7 and Terrifier 3 updates. That's been my big thing. Yeah, I mean, like nothing. Like literally not even too many articles about it or anything from this year, which is crazy to see. But just nothing. I don't know what's going on with that one. I'm hoping for some news soon. I would love to see this. I love a lot of those Kane Pixels videos. They're the creepy as hell. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, that's one to look up. I'll tell you what, it's a little YouTube series that A24 picked up to be a horror film, and I think it's gonna rock. I think it's gonna be awesome. So give it a watch. Give some of those a watch, and hopefully we'll get a movie soon. If we get some updates on it, that is. Jake, did you get the EMP I sent you? It was funny. Oh, you did? Yeah, that was hilarious. I shit my pants a little bit. I am sitting in my own fecal matter right now. It scared me so bad. So good on you, I guess. Hollywood guy. That's hilarious, man. Thank you. Thanks for the EMP, bro. Don't send any more. I'm one and done. I'm one and done with those. I will say that. So thank you. Thanks for the 5, man. Thanks for supporting the page. I appreciate you. It makes up for you cutting out the live stream for a good couple of minutes there. So, oh my God, I love it, man. Do we know what the Wolfman is about? I'm really excited for it, but I got no clue on any plot details. Scott Walker is saying it's a remake from the 1942 Wolfman movie. You're talking about is a remake from the original. I've seen it dozens of times. It's a pretty good movie. Watch the original one. Yeah. I mean, it is a remake, but what I will say is that Leigh Whannell likes to put his own spin on things, like especially if we're comparing it to The Invisible Man that he did back in 2020. Killer flick, by the way, if you've never seen that, but it is very, very different from the original or pretty much any other iteration of The Invisible Man. It takes much more of a technological approach where it's a little more, it's still science-based in the original, but it just has this more like mystic feeling to it, I think. This is a little more streamlined. It's a little more, just very, 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 very much so technology focused. Where the other one's like mad scientist vibes. I guess that's a better way to put it. I think. So it's really good. I love it. It's probably my favorite iteration of the story, if I'm being real. The Elizabeth Moss one, loved it. And I'm really excited to see what he does with the Wolfman, which again I do think will be kind of its own thing, but inspired by the Universal classic. And yes, Darkness Remains. Leigh Whannell is the Saw guy. He wrote the first 3 Saw movies, the first 4 Insidious movies, Dead Silence. He wrote and directed Upgrade, which is probably my favorite movie from him. Upgrade is fantastic if you guys have never seen that. In terms of movies he wrote and directed, I should say. I don't think I like Upgrade more than Saw, but I do really like Upgrade's fantastic. It's a really good movie. So yes, he is the fella from Saw. What's my opinion on The Shining? I love it. It's one of the best psychological horror movies of all time. I just did a horror hot takes video on it. I believe like 2 weeks ago. It's I think it's one of the best ones that I've done, if I'm being honest. It was really fun to just kind of riff on that one. I had a lot of funny things to say, I think. I will say The Shining has like some really fun and scary moments, but it is very silly too. And I love that. I love that about the film. So it rocks. It's a very good time. Have I seen the original Westworld? Dude, I actually haven't. I've been meaning to watch this because I watched the first season of the show. I really want to. I got to check this one out. In the character inspired the Terminator and Michael Myers. Rock on. I've been meaning to watch this one for a long time. I know like the shot from it. You know, like there's like some specific shots that I've seen like online. But yeah, it rocks. It's awesome. It's very good stuff. I gotta give this one a watch. I love the show. That one's a lot of fun. But I've never finished it. I do gotta finish the show. I got through the first season and loved it though, and I thought that was great. Your boy I just don't have time for TV shows anymore. It's crazy. Can you please move your nose? It's covering the face cam. I get it. My nose is big. Okay, I get it, dog. Jeez. I got this big old aristocratic nose. It holds my glasses up, thank God, though. I am happy for that. What else do we got? Confession, I've never seen Aliens, only have seen the original and both AVP movies. I only watched those because of a Predator marathon I did before the release of Prey. Loved Prey, by the way. Oh my God, if you love the Predator movies, you're going to love a lot of the Alien flicks, too. The original Alien is a must-see. Or I mean, Aliens is a must-see. Yeah, Alien 1979 is fantastic. Aliens, it's action horror bliss. It's so much fun. It's a great time. Sigourney Weaver is fantastic. The other, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, you can probably skip those. I'm going to be honest, they're fine. Alien Resurrection, I only have a soft spot for because I love the cast so much, but the writing is, it stinks. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. It's got that to it. But I will say I do Prometheus and Covenant. I don't hate those movies. I'm not crazy about them either. I don't know. They're very middle of the road for me. They're kind of prequels to the original Alien, but I just don't think they're necessary. I don't know. From what I remember, I just remember being like, I don't think this story needed to be told. I need to rewatch them, in all fairness. This is, criticisms that I made back in, like, what was it, 2014 when Prometheus came out, so I don't remember it really all that much. I do remember there's a scene where one of the main characters is running away from one of the ships, and they could have just, like, went to the left. This very narrow ship coming down at them, and I just remember being very, like, what the fuck with that. That's like the one thing I very much so remember about the movie. And the ending is probably the best part. The ending of Prometheus is crazy. But those are worth a watch though, regardless. Covenant is even better than Prometheus in my opinion. That's a little higher up on my rankings. I really enjoyed Covenant. It's a little slow for no point, for no real reason, but I do really like where that one goes in its third act. It's also got some really inventive things with the xenomorphs. There's a new way it infects people. There's instead of facehuggers, there's something else that I thought was really interesting. So Covenant has a lot of cool things going on in it for sure. But you got to watch Aliens, bro. Oh my god, yeah, that's like I'm gonna beg you to watch that one. Come on now. What else do we got going on? Have you heard of the character Judge Holden? I think he might be worse than Art. I have not. That sounds familiar though. That sounds really. Maybe I do know that, and I'm just blanking. Ella is saying my nose is fat with saline mist. That's really funny. I used to do that a lot. I used to have a lot of blockages up there. That's a gross thing to tell the internet, but here I am doing it. What else is going on? Is Terminator Zero out yet? Is that the anime series? I believe that's premiering soon. And the exciting thing with Old School is that Terminator, there's some secret project in the works from Mr. James Cameron. Jim is up to something. I hope it's something good and not whatever the fuck Dark Fate was, or whatever the fuck Genesis was. God, I'm a little bit of an apologist for the middle Terminator movies, 3 and Salvation, but man, there's nothing redeeming about Genesis or Dark Fate. Those just did not do it for me. I don't know. Those middle movies, I'm like, okay, they're not bad. They're not like at the quality of 1 and 2, but I do really enjoy them. I think they're fun. Salvation I have a soft spot for because I've just always wanted to see a movie that takes place in the robot apocalypse, and we finally got that with that film. Again, not a perfect movie. Not a perfect movie at all, but it's fun. It's got some fun stuff. What's the last movie you want to see or rewatch before you die? That's a great question. What's like the last movie? I would want to watch something fun. I would want to watch something fun and something I really enjoyed. If I have death on the brain, am I that hardcore to say like a brutal horror movie? I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm that hardcore. I don't know. Part of me is like, I want to watch like The Incredibles or something, like as a send off, or Shrek, which is probably a lame answer from the horror guy, right? But I'm not even gonna. That's like the honest to god truth. Probably what I would want to watch last. But man, I would maybe like a good slasher, like Terrifier 2. Honestly, Terrifier 2 would be a really fun one to go out on. That's the last thing, that could be fun. Just something that's like just a good time, not like a slow burn, something crazy at the end. But yeah. What else do we got going on? I think a versus match would work well with Art and Victor Crowley from Hatchet, both on equal power scales, and I want to see Victor back on the big screen. That is, man, I keep getting reminded of the Hatchet franchise, and I keep forgetting about it. I always once a week now. I used to be like every day, but I've just been very busy. I'm trying to make an effort towards watching more like horror films I haven't seen. And Hatchet has been one on the list for a long time, and I keep forgetting about it. Every time I go to watch, I'm like, okay, it's new horror movie night. What are we watching? I watched Eden Lake. That was the last big one that I watched that was new for me. And that, man, That you want to talk about a killer little underground horror flick? That one's fantastic. But yeah, Hatchet. I got to go through that franchise at some point. I got to sit down and just watch all those movies. Because I've heard this before. Darth Kermit. Some people have said like he would be such a good matchup with Art the Clown. I got to check that out. Luddy Network's throwing $10 out there for the SpongeBob reference. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm chocked full of those. Oh my god. He's just standing there menacingly. I love that's my favorite episode of SpongeBob. I love that one to death. But thank you for the 10, my friend. I appreciate it. I'll keep them coming. If you want SpongeBob references, that's I got 1,000 of them up in the brain. I probably think about a SpongeBob reference 20 times a day. I'm not gonna lie. They're just burned in there from childhood. Luddy, thanks for the 10, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. T2 and Salvation are the only sequels you like. That's fair. 3's a little rough. 3 is kind of like 3 kind of renders not Terrifier 2. Terminator 3 kind of makes Terminator 2 look pointless. You know, that's my big thing about it. But it's fun. You know, it's an extension of 2 in a lot of ways. An unnecessary one at that, but still has some fun moments. How can James Cameron do another Terminator film if he's concentrating on the Avatar movies? Well, those are, you know, a lot of... Obviously, Avatar is a lot of work. But last we heard from James Cameron, he had like an outline or probably scripts done with all the Avatar movies. So he's... A lot of his job is done. It's a lot of it's just going to be like filming and all that. So maybe he's developing like a Terminator film to come out in the meantime or something. Didn't we just hear that the last Avatar movie is coming out in like 2031 or something ridiculous like that? I don't know, man. I mean, I like them. They're fun. Like Screaming Ice Cream is asking about that too. I like them. They're good movies. That they are solid, but am I gonna lose my mind when the next one comes out, when Fire and Ash releases? I don't know. I don't know, man. But it's fun. But they're good times. They're good stories. Some great character work in there, but good stuff. Stereo saying, Jake, your begging worked. I plan to watch Alien through Covenant before I see Romulus. That's a lot of movies. I believe they're not canon, and while I like AVP, AVPR sucks. Dude, run it, man. Yeah, they're fun. Again, like I said, 3 and 4 are tough watches, but if you can get through them, they have some fun moments. Alien Resurrection, especially, I think has some decent moments. But again, you just gotta turn your brain off with Resurrection, man. Don't think about the plot. Don't think about that at all. Just have fun with the characters. And you know, I used to love Alien vs. Predator Requiem when I was a kid. Like when I saw that for the first time, I'm like, this is the best horror movie ever. This is awesome. As an adult, I'm frustrated with it. Like it's probably cool if I could see 90% of it. Dear God. Yeah, the majority of that film is so dark you can't see it. And, you know, we say that a lot about this movie, but I didn't realize how much of it was too dark to see until this most recent rewatch, which is like almost the whole thing. Almost the whole damn thing. Like the beginning, when it's daytime, you can see what's going on. But, wow, the majority of that movie is too... I got kicked out again, fellas. Oh man, the power didn't even go out that time. I don't know what's going on. Damn. Jake's probably gonna have to call this stream soon. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, can you all hear me, or what's going on? I see someone saying, "Oh no, Madison." Yeah, she's just pissed. She just wants to play Fortnite or something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, give those movies a watch. I will say Prometheus and Covenant are definitely very much so worth your time. They're fun watches. They're not perfect, but they're fun. The new tribe in the next Avatar movie looks sick. I agree. That was fun. That was cool stuff. Got to see that recently too. Is Killjoy Carrie still around, or am I still safe? We haven't seen Carrie in a long time. KL, did you say earlier you got blocked? I don't remember. I don't remember that. If you did, I'm so sorry, my friend. Hey, Jake, do you believe Chucky deserves another movie after what they've done in the Chucky series? That's hilarious. Yes, only because I feel like the movies are going to be actually of quality. You know, when I look at the Chucky series, a lot of my problems with it is there's just a lot of plot lines and characters that I just don't think are written very well. And I feel like if you were to condense down, like especially that first season, if you were to take the Chucky series, condense that down into like a 90-minute movie, it would probably rock. The problem is we just spend way too much time with characters the series never gave me a reason to care about, I guess. So I would like to see what they could do with a new Chucky movie personally versus another season of the television show. I will say, to the show's credit, they do a lot of really cool stuff with the lore of Chucky. I'm frozen, huh? I just saw someone say that. Okay, yeah, no, we're chilling though. Yeah, my Wi-Fi's going in and out, everybody. I don't know what's going on with that. Apologies there. I would love to see another Chucky movie, though, because the Chucky show does have some great stuff in it. And again, had they, cut out all the filler, there's an excellent story there, probably. So I would love it. I would love it in another movie. I think that's going to work with Chucky a little better than what the show does. We're keeping this stream alive, man. We're fighting for our lives here, but we're doing it. What else is going on? Art the Clown on the Moon? Dear God, they're probably going to take him to space at some point. In 2062, every horror villain should fight in one movie. Oh, man. That would be a nightmare, trying to get all those rights together. That's crazy. I love it, though. You would love to see different colored Ghostface robes in the new movie, like white with the original black, like a red and brown and white and dark. That's a lot of colors. I'm here for that though. I'm very much so down for like a white robed Ghostface. I've seen that before a few times. That's really cool. I've seen like a reverse, like where it's a black mask and a white robe. That's kind of sick. Reverse Ghostface is dope. So I'm here for that. I'm here for some new Ghostface masks and all that. Like we kind of got a new one in the last movie, kind of. They kind of just did the Halloween 2018 thing, right? But it's still fun. It looked cool. I liked it. Zach Trooper is saying currently playing Dead Space. Is it any good? Yeah, absolutely. Dead Space rocks, man. God, if I could will one thing into existence, there's a lot of horror projects I'm excited for, but if there's one thing that I could just make happen right now, I would get John Carpenter to make the Dead Space movie finally. If I could make anything happen, God. Mr. Ellis saying I've never really been into the Chucky franchise. It's a little too goofy in tone for me. Never found the doll scary. Yeah, I mean, they're fun B-movies, but, will they scare anyone older than 12? Probably not. I was terrified of Chucky as a kid, so I have a fascination with it as an adult. But yeah, I mean, they're fun B-movies, They're not like blow you away, greatest horror movie of all time, but they're fun. It's fun stuff. KL is saying you probably don't remember me. I do remember you, my friend. But I was here all the time around Halloween Kills time. Yeah, I've slimmed down the mods. It's just a couple of people that I know. Nothing against the no shade or anything against the other mods. It's nothing like that. It's just I think there was some miscommunication on who to block and who to and who to silence. So I got it down to like just a couple of people who are modded now. So we're keeping that. We're just keeping that how it is. EC is saying in that Scream trap idea you mentioned earlier, would Ghostface be in costume? Yeah, I would think so, because if it was a stab convention, right? And they were running around like that, they could slip in costume easily and then just kill someone off to the side and then just walk around like nothing happened. They would blend in, essentially. There'd be a bunch of ghost faces, It would be like that scene on the subway in Scream 6, but a whole movie of that. Which I think would be fun. I would just love to see a movie from the killer's perspective. What a great way to do it. Setting it at a stab convention. That would be a lot of fun. There's so many different routes that I think they can take for Scream, which is why I personally feel like that franchise could go on forever. But again, they just keep slipping back into what's comfortable, and that's where I think Scream is going to lose a lot of viewership. A lot of people are saying oh, Scream 7's gonna bomb and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna bomb. I just don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna captivate the audience like how Screams 5 and 6 did, which did. Maybe not so much 5, but 6 a little more, tried to do something fresh. Was it successful at that at all times? No, but I think it did do some stuff that I enjoyed. Common Writer is saying T4 on Easter would make sense considering the themes we've seen so far. I totally agree. I honestly think that's where we're heading, if I'm being real with you, another religious holiday. Considering everything we know about art at this point, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I do believe if I was betting on anything, it would be that for sure for the next movie. When am I going to play the Backrooms game? I should do that on the second page, huh? I would love to do that at some point. I'll put it on the list. I got a bunch of games that I want to play. I'm working on a video for Pilgrim right now. I shot it already. I just got to edit it at some point. Pilgrim was terrifying. That scared the crap out of me. If you guys don't know what that is, brand new game. It's kind of like there's a game that just came out that's just like this, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's fun. I don't know what else I can say. You're a pilgrim and you're trying to make it through the night and survive, and all these things start coming after you. There's like giant trolls and little poppet monsters. It's awesome. I just like this random comment here. Fuck yeah, an evil anime body pillow. Context, I don't know, but that's great. That's hilarious. I was never scared of Chucky, believe it or not. I remember watching Chucky clips on YouTube when I was 7 and thought it was funny. My sister and cousin who are older than me. I think the reason I was scared of Chucky is because I was exposed to like the first Child's Play. You know, had I watched Bride of Chucky or Seed of Chucky first, I probably would have just been like, this is goofy as hell. Like, I love that. But yeah, the original Child's Play and Child's Play 2 in particular, I remember scaring me as a kid. But everything scared me as a kid, so I don't know. You'd love to see different color. Yeah, we talked about that. Hell yeah. JPR is saying, I very much so appreciate you answering my question. Of course. You're a hella cool YouTuber. My question is, in your opinion, what's your opinion on horror franchises getting so many sequels? What's the limit? I say as long as you got a good ideas, run it, man. But I will say there are some franchises that are clearly just making more sequels to cash in, you know? The Strangers does not need to have 5 movies in its franchise. But, you know, something like Scream could go on forever. You know, there's a new killer every single time, new set of characters, new location. You could do that 100 more times, and you could still find interesting and inventive ways to do it. But I will say, yeah, there are some franchises where it's like, maybe that should just be a one-off, or maybe that should just be 1 or 2 movies and that's it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Saw, I love Saw, but I think I'm starting to get to the point with that where, like, okay, I think we've done it. I think after this new run, that might be it for Saw. But yeah, there are some franchises where I'm just like, okay, we could this could go on forever. Maybe not so much with this one though. So it's very case by case. I will say with horror franchises, not everything should just stop with the sequels, but I would like some more original IPs. I mean, the reason I like Terrifier so much is not only because it's just, you know, there's so much to love about it. Great kills, cryptic mystery, excellent characters. It's also just, it's a horror icon that's original. That's like in the new age. We don't have a lot of those right now. You know, name a horror icon from the last like 20 years. Can you name like a shit ton of them? If it was the 80s, you could. You know, but you know, nowadays not so much. Pennywise, but even then, that's a remake. You know, Terrifier is an original thing. It's its own original franchise and property. We definitely need more of that. So, in terms of, you know, sequels crowding the space a little bit, yeah, I do feel that a bit. You know, would I would rather have like a brand new home invasion horror flick with creepy people in masks versus, you know, like 3 new Strangers flicks, I guess is a big point to that. So yeah, some franchises should stay dead, others maybe not so much. Have you heard of the new Pixar movie Hoppers? I have not. I actually did not read about that, but I love Pixar movies. I did hear like from D23, I read up a little bit about The Incredibles 3, which the Incredibles movies are some of my favorites of all time. I just love both of them so much. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for that. And you know, I actually watched 2 again. I watched both movies recently because I was like, you know, is there room for a third film? Like, is there? What I really liked about 2, and I'm sorry, I know some of you are like, this is a horror page. Stop talking about The Incredibles. But what I liked so much about 2 is it like wrapped up something from the first movie that was left like undone. You know, it was a big plot point from the original film that, you know, didn't get resolved, and the whole second movie is kind of about that. I will say, I think there is something from Incredibles 1 and 2 that they could do in another movie, and potentially focus a whole film on. But we'll see. But we'll see what they end up doing. You know, I'm not gonna make a video about it. Fuck it. Why am I being so secretive? Let's just run it. Jack, dude. They could do a whole movie about Jack's uncontrollable powers as he gets older. You know, maybe he can't control everything that he's got going on. I think they could do a whole movie on that. You know, where the first one's kind of about Mr. Incredible, the second one's a little more about the mom. You can make the next one about the kids. Like, just focus on them. You know, maybe the parents are, you know, whatever, inconsolable for whatever reason. And the kids have to kind of take over for a movie. I think that would be cool. I think that there's very much so room for a third Incredibles. You know, a fourth, I don't know, but one more in the Incredibles franchise. I really thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, they could. There's a lot that they could still do for sure. That's been set up in the previous two films. It wouldn't feel like it was out of nowhere. Okay, we're back to horror movies, I promise. What do you think of the new Scream rumors and Ghostface moving differently this time? They say that about every film, man. You know, my thing is right now we have been shrouded in rumors pretty much all year with Scream 7. There's a lot of things going around at the moment. There always is, and I'm kind of sick of keeping up with it. If I'm being real, I'm just waiting for an actual update. I'm waiting for an actual something to bite into and talk about before I really get into Scream again. I do want to talk about that trap theory in a video at some point when I have a free day. I'm thinking I'm going to do that, but pretty much the rest of the week is going to be dedicated to Alien content. But yeah, I'm excited for Scream 7, but I don't know too much about it. You know, Sidney Prescott being the focus is not enough for me to really be like, oh my God, this is going to be the best Scream ever. I love Sidney. I think she's a great character, and I do think there is one more story they can tell with her, in my humble opinion. I know some people, you know, strongly disagree with that, or would even go so far as to say that, you know, Sidney should always be the focus of Scream, but I don't know. I think that I'm in the middle, I guess, on that whole conversation. I think, yeah, there's one more Scream movie I can see with Sidney, and maybe 7 tries to set up more. I don't know. But I'm really just, I'm at this place with Scream 7 where I need to know more about it. I need to know more about Scream 7 before I can really like get hyped up. What's the cast looking like? What's the plot of this movie? Who's going to be our ghost? What is the vibe of our Ghostface killer? You know, when we got that Scream 6 trailer, and we got to see Ghostface with this, you know, cracked mask and a shotgun, I'm like, okay, this is something different. You know, this is going to be a new kind of movie. And, you know, I know, you know, this, if you go on Twitter and say anything positive about Scream 6, you will get absolutely tarred and feathered. I learned that the hard way. But for me, it is a fresh film in that franchise, which I don't believe there are a lot of those. Personally, I do like all 6 of the Scream movies, but my biggest criticism of the whole franchise is that it's very repetitive, and I'm not. You guys know I'm just not crazy about that. I like when each sequel tries to throw something new at you. Take a swing, you know. Maybe you miss, but I like when sequels are ambitious. So I'm hoping that Scream 7, in some way, some capacity, has that ambition and tries to do something fresh. But if it doesn't, I think we'll be able to tell from the trailer, if I'm being real. But we'll just have to see. You know, they start filming this thing at the end of the year, so we'll see. Madison is terrified of E.T., and I think we should all bully her for that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, joking. But Madison will not watch E.T. with me, which I think is so funny. I've been trying to tell her for a long time. We got to rewatch that one at some point. But she's terrified. Terrified of E.T., the little ballsack alien. Jake, I would love for you and Madison to stream your games live. You two are so funny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We should. As soon as I want to get the gaming channel rolling a little more. You know, I want to get some more subscribers over there. Go subscribe to GullGotha. But yeah, I would really love to start streaming on that page for sure. That's what I want. I really want that page to be majority streams and like some videos every now and then. That would be a lot of fun. If we can get that going, that would be a ton of fun for sure. So subscribe to GullGotha. I'm almost at 500 subscribers over there. You know, just like 100 more or so. So run it. Go check it out. Give it a watch. Strawberry Remy Gameplay is saying, any updates on Terrifier 3? So we do know that we're getting well, we don't know this for sure, but rumored there's a popcorn bucket coming for Terrifier 3. AMC made a post today about it, and it's sparking some fires up in the fan base. A lot of people are starting to theorize what it could be. I hope it's Art the Clown's severed head, personally. Some people are saying that it's going to be Allie's mom from Terrifier 2. That would be sick too. I'm not against that either. But whatever, if we do end up getting a popcorn bucket, you know you boys picking that up. That's going to be awesome. So that's kind of the biggest update lately. I was going to have a theory out today, but like I said at the top of this live stream, it just did not happen. It just did not happen. I wrote myself into a corner with it, and I'm just like, well, fuck. What am I going to do now? Davey is saying, Jake, how badly do we need a Scream film that ends on a cliffhanger? We need a genuine two-parter. Ghostface gets away, and we have to wait until Scream 8 to find out who it is. Time to break the mold. I couldn't agree more. I would love something like this. I will say, though, if they were to go down that route, I would want them to probably film both movies back to back, like one long film, you know? Because, you know, some things, if it's two different directors or something like that, some things could get lost in translation across films, and we could look at 7 and 8 differently. Like, let's say that's what they do for this new movie. I would hope that it would be the same director, same writer, same creative team doing just one big story across 2 movies. That could work. That could work. That could be fun. And again, it would be fresh, right? Because it's like you're waiting until the next movie to find out who it is. You finally get a dark ending, kind of, in a Scream film that probably gets, you know, altered by the next one. But I'm here for that. I think that would be a lot of fun. No, I love that. I love the idea of a cliffhanger. We've been talking about that since Scream 5 days, potentially doing like a 5 that leads into a 6. That would have been fun back then, but I'm here for it. Jake, please post the link in the chat for your gaming channel. Yeah, I can do that for sure. It's also on my page for those who are just like, Jake, what are you talking about? So if you scroll all the way to the bottom of my main page, there's like a channel called GullGotha. It's got a little bird as the profile, little dead bird in the profile picture. It just hit 400. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. But here's the link, and Madison's posting it. I just posted it. Holy crap. Yeah, go subscribe. Check it out. It's a really fun channel. I'm playing a bunch of horror video games over there. Thank you. And again, thank you for the 400 subscribers. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. And I got a new video coming out this week at some point. So I'm going to try to, my goal right now is just put 2 videos up on that page a week. I don't think I can do more than that all on my own. I'm trying to put up a video a day up on this page too, which has been crazy. But yeah, I need an editor, frankly. I just don't have the money to pay an editor. That's the problem. I'm not gonna bitch about my shit though. Let's get back into this. Brandon is saying maybe the Terrifier 3 popcorn bucket will have Art's head wearing the Santa hat. That would be sick. The Christmas tree glasses and Santa's beard. Maybe have it be like the Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket where it's like the mouth is, yeah. Yeah, okay, I could see that. I could totally see that. That would be fun. I would love to get the Christmas tree glasses too. That would be so much fun. Yeah, no, for sure. That could be fun. I like that a lot. What else is going on here? Scott's saying, hey, what's up, Scott? Appreciate you. Thanks for being with us tonight. Erica's saying, love the gaming channel. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate that whole bunch. Hopefully we can get that, hopefully we can get that monetized at some point. That would be cool. We need a Ghostface chase through a snowy street during a snowstorm or something that the sound design would be amazing. Oh yeah, the footsteps crunching through the snow. That would be awesome. Super silent like the average street during a snowy day. No cars, no people. Just like some street lights. Too much, like a lot of snow, so it'd be like hard to run through. Oh yeah, Austin, that would be fun. For sure, dude. That would rock. Yeah, I've always wanted a snowy Scream film, and one of my biggest theories for 7 right now is that is going to be the case. They're filming it over the winter, as we know now, and we also know that they changed the filming dates recently for some weird reasons. You know, a lot of people were hung up on the fact that Patrick Dempsey, his schedule is clearing up in December, so that's probably a big reason why things changed. But also, you know, what if the script called for snow and they were like, oh, well, we can actually get some snow here? Like, that would be awesome. If we were to film this more in the winter opposed to like the end of fall. So yeah, no, for sure. Madison just sent me something. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Madison just sent me a picture of Wayne's of Wayne's comment about when's the wedding. You're hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it, dog. Would you ever want a Hereditary 2? No. Like, flat out no. I'm sorry, dog. I love Hereditary, but that does not need a sequel. Benny, what's up, fella? Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. I see I see you got a lot of money in the profile picture. That's funny. Hey, rarest item in your movie collection. Oh man, that is an excellent question. Let me hang on now. So I have something in mind. I have two things in mind. I have a Slumber Party Massacre steelbook, which like is a little rare, little tough to find. But then I also have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on 4K, which I feel like that from Vinegar Syndrome, which is like fantastic. They're a great company. Makes a lot of good stuff. Let me whip this out, if you know what I mean. Hang on now. Okay, so where is that? This is that's a little rare, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, probably those two things. Okay, so hang on now. let's run this. So Slumber Party Massacre, I so happy I have this. This is one of my favorite slashers ever. I love it. It's so funny. It's bloody as hell. It's got some great kills. It's got some fun stuff. Oh God. I'm sorry, that's really funny. Oh God, your ears are covering your face. Jesus Christ, put the headphones back on. I do got some big old ears. Yeah, I love it. Call me Dumbo. But Slumber Party Massacre, again, I love this movie. This one's a little harder to find nowadays, so I don't know, like, you know, it's rare maybe, I guess, today, but I'm happy with it. I love that I have that. But this is probably like this is the thing I whip out all the time when people are like, what's the weird thing in your collection? I love this movie to death. It's very hard to find, and I found it at like a con somewhere, and I was like, I don't even care, like, take my money. I need this movie. I just met Bill Moseley too, which is so cool. So I need to rewatch this. I'm glad I have it out. This is sick. It's a really cool 4K of it. Yeah. It's probably my favorite thing. One of my favorite things in my collection for sure. I have I ordered a steelbook for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes recently that should be coming in soon. I spent a pretty penny on it, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that I have a few box sets that I'm really happy I own. I have the Fly box set and like the Paranormal Activity box set, which is awesome. I got a lot of stuff that I'm just like, I'm so happy I own this. Like, this is like my yeah, it makes me very happy. But great question, my friend. Great question. I need some crazier shit, for sure. There's a The Shining and The Exorcist steelbook that I've had my eye on for a while, but they're very expensive. So Jake's got to pay some bills. But thank you. I great question. Thank you for the super chat. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Jake is about to turn this channel into a hub channel. God damn. What? Everyone's really hung up on the whip it out comment. What sort of channel is this? You know what's up. It's the spiciest horror channel in the space. Ooh, damn. It's getting hot and heavy in here, ladies and gentlemen. Old School is saying Scream 7 should take the new Nightmare route, and even though the Core 4 is awesome, it would be good to step away from that. Listen, I pitched a new Nightmare Scream idea a long time ago that I still would be so down for. I still would be like, that would be fun. Bring back the original cast. I feel like that would be a good way to do nostalgia in a way that doesn't feel exactly like the previous two movies did it. Which I'm just like, I'm so sick of nostalgia being done exactly the same way in like every franchise continuation. I know some people are like, I'm not crazy about the new Nightmare idea. Fair, but it is different from the other ways that we're looking back at the past. And like that's if you're gonna do that, if that's a must, do it in an original way. Run it in some other way that not every other franchise is doing right now. So Kingdom was filmed in Sydney, Australia. Awesome. That is one of my favorite movies of the year. Like, if I'm going to rank every movie I saw this year, and that is currently at, I believe that's a number 2 or number 3 spot. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes blew my fucking mind. Loved that movie. Madison is saying, I'm trying to convince Jake that we need to be Lydia and Beetlejuice at the wedding for Halloween. I'm sold. I'm sold on this. I think I would love to be Beetlejuice. That'd be awesome. So yes, yeah, this is what we're thinking for our costume. Beetlejuice 2 is coming out this year. Come on now, we got to do that. That'd be great. So we're actually thinking about throwing a Halloween party this year. I'm always so busy in October, but I am actually thinking about having some kind of party because it would be fun. Trick or Treat, the 86 movie in particular, is getting a 4K box set from Synapse Films, and it's gonna have a lot of goodies. Trick or Treat and Friday the 13th are getting 4Ks as well. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I saw the 4K for Friday the 13th, 2009, and I'm just like, I need this. Oh my God, I need this so bad. That's so cool. But dude, I have bought that movie in particular like 3 times before. I remember I bought the I bought the Blu-ray of it. Not the Blu-ray, a DVD of it. Some other set with some of the like the later it was like some kind of DVD set with like the later like 4 I want to say Jason movies, and then I bought the box set for all the Friday the 13th films, and I'm like, I can't justify buying this film a 4th time. I really can't. I genuinely cannot. But I love that one. One of my favorite Fridays for sure. And Trick or Treat 2007. Oh my God, I need a 4K of that. I watch that one religiously every October. So really want to see that for sure. Luddy Network's throwing $2 out there. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you again. Holy crap. We need a cult of Ghostface. Again, like I was saying earlier, I just think that I want to see something fresh in Scream. I want to see something that they've never tried before, take a big swing and see if it works. If it fails, it fails. But I would rather them try versus not try. So Cult of Ghostface, I'm here for it. Run it out. Run it up, make that happen. See what that's all about, you know, like a whole crew of people running around killing people. That would be a lot of fun. So yeah, no, I think that would be a blast. I know some people want Stu to be the cult leader, but, you know, maybe not so much on that part of it. I just like the idea of a lot of Ghostfaces all following some crazy leader. That could be fun. You could kill Ghostfaces too and still be like, what the fuck? Like, it's still happening. What's going on? Again, throws a new angle, throws a monkey wrench in the typical formula. So that could be fun. Luddy, thanks for the 2. Appreciate you, man. We got a lot of good comments here. Oh my God, I can't even get to all of them. Jake, regarding the Evil Dead franchise, would you prefer the Evil Dead 2013 and Rise type storyline, or would you prefer a follow-up to a past character type sequel? I think the Evil Dead franchise is one of the best horror franchises out there. And the reason I think that is because they've gone down this route of, you know, trying to tell a new story in each film. It makes all those movies way less messy. I mean, I just think about what if they were trying to shoehorn Ash into the Evil Dead Rise story, and like think about how bad that movie would be if they were to do something like that. It rocks because they had a lot of time to flesh out those characters and make you care about them, and then that awful scenario happens to them. It's great. I love it. Rise is it's fantastic. I will say the more I watch it, there's a few things I'm not crazy about with it. It's definitely gone. It's sunk one lower on my ranking, but I still love it. It's still great. I still think the Evil Dead franchise has no misses so far. We got 2 more movies coming, so, you know, fingers crossed they're good, though. I don't think Sam Raimi would steer us any wrong, though. I'll tell you that much. But I love Evil Dead 2013 and Rise. I'm going to be honest. I think Evil Dead 2013 is my favorite in the whole franchise. I love it, but I do love me some Ash, man. Oh, love him. Love him to death. The guy has said he's too old to play the character, you know, physically, but he is still voicing him in the animated series coming out soon. So I love that. I love the show too. Oh my God, that's one of the best horror television shows probably ever made. Those 3 seasons are so much fun. Just a blast from start to finish. So I'm down for the route that they're taking now, where it's kind of like it's all just secluded stories, you know, just kind of one-offs. I think that's the route to go with Evil Dead. That makes the most sense in my opinion. I think there are more franchises that should take notes, if I'm being real. Not every franchise needs to call back to the past, you know. Some of them do. Some, you know, like I think Scream there was a justification for that, but now I'm kind of at a point where I just want one-off, you know, one-shot stories in these franchises. It's a lot less messy that way. And you can kind of just do your own thing. You can let any kind of creative kind of do their own thing with the same idea. And I think that's a great idea. Personally, that works really well with Evil Dead. It works really well with, like, Prey just did that from the Predator franchise. Fantastic continuation. Loved that. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. Why did I hate... Dog, I did not hate Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I loved it. Kingdom is one of my favorite Planet of the Apes movies. Like, I'm dead serious. It rocks. Very good stuff. If I ever made a horror movie, it would be hide and seek, and the premise would be like normal hide and seek. Once you are found, you die in brutal ways, and a spin wheel would be what weapon, like, that would decide your fate. I got it. I feel you. That's cool. I vibe with it. Erica's saying Madison would be gorgeous in a Lydia dress. We were looking at some this past weekend. We went to Spirit Halloween. Yes. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We got to do that. Live action Lilo and Stitch sounds interesting. We were talking. Madison is very hyped about that. She loves Lilo and Stitch. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Going to be a fun one. Papa Bear is saying, if Terrifier 4 takes place on Easter, I want to see Art the Clown ripping off the Easter Bunny's ears and tail. I do too. You know, if he's going to cut off Santa's face, what's he going to do to the Easter Bunny, Papa Bear? Oh my God. A lot of potential there. A lot of good stuff. Brutal. We saw a guy in a Thanksgiving turkey costume get his head cut off in Thanksgiving, so What's going to happen to the fella in the Easter Bunny costume in Terrifier 4? I don't know. That's not confirmed, by the way. That's just speculation. But if there's anything I'm speculating about 4 already, it's the fact that it's going to take place on Easter. Drizzy Fest, what's up, fella? A quick scene where Ghostface is training for his next kill, doing insane cardio workouts and lifting some heavy weights would go viral and get recreated on social media. You're just trying to hit that Megan and Wednesday stride, huh? If we have the killer dancing, it'll go viral on TikTok. We got to do this. I mean, it works. If it works, it works. Don't knock. It's not weird if it works and all that. Don't knock it until you try it. Austin says, I think a cult is too much. We saw how the lack of character development in 6 was with three killers. They totally undermined Ethan, who I thought had a great motive, the desire for his father's approval. I do agree with this. I got to say that. Here's what I'll say about the cult, though. I think there is a route that they can go with it where you can still have that good character development. But I do agree, if they try to just, ham fist 4 characters who all get revealed as the killer, that sucks. That's not the way to go with that. But I think that there's opportunity to have like a figurehead as the big reveal, as someone who's like in the group. You know what I mean? Like that. There's one big reveal, and every Ghostface throughout the movie is kind of like henchmen, essentially. And I think there's opportunity for a lot of fun and different things there, because you could have Ghostfaces getting killed throughout the whole movie. Like Ghostface kills some people. Maybe our main character kills a Ghostface and like takes the mask off. It's some random person. They have no idea who it is. And they can't figure out a connection to anybody else in the group. That could be fun. That could be a fun way to do it. And then, at the end of the film, the big reveal, the mask coming off, that's who the leader, the leader of the cult, whoever this ends up being. But I do agree, if they were to just go down the regular Scream route of just trying to, have killers amidst the group, it wouldn't work. I do agree with that. But if they have just one figurehead character who's like running the show and all that could be fun. That could be a really fun reveal. All depends on what they do, though, of course. IDK saying Evil Dead's consistency is amazing. I couldn't agree more. It's one of the most consistent horror franchises out there, without a doubt, my friend. Stupid Fizz, what's up, fella? Thanks for being a member. Saying, I think the thing that makes Evil Dead a great franchise is the fact that each film has a different tone and feel. Yes, it's what I love about the original trilogy. I think it's what I love about these new movies, too. I think that's why Sam Raimi's approach to picking different directors and stuff is brilliant. You picked Fede Alvarez and Lee Cronin to do the last 2. And they're very good films, although they are very different. A lot of people have said, like, oh, these are similar for this and that reason. But I find them to be very different movies, telling very different stories, even though, yes, they are one-shot Evil Dead flicks that happen to just be about new characters finding the book and just getting attacked for a one-off little story. You go back and you watch the original 3, and they kind of have that feel too, right? Because the original movie is like straight up horror, like this is a terrifying horror film. But then the second one's kind of like a spoof of the original film. It's kind of like has some slapstick comedy to it. It's like, what? That's different. That's weird. And then the third film's just a straight up comedy. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Army of Darkness is a silly, goofy, I guess horror comedy that is just insanely ridiculous. And I love every second of it. It's great. But they all have something from them that's like completely different from the last. If there was only one horror franchise out there, I would pick Evil Dead, because you can get anything from it. You can get a terrifying horror film. You can get the most hilarious B movie you've ever seen too, all in one franchise. It's great. It's one of the most diverse and consistent horror franchises out there, like without a doubt. Rise was filmed in New Zealand. Yes, it was. Rise rocks, man. What would Jake look like in a Lydia dress? Madison and I should just both be Lydia. Screw Beetlejuice. Let's both be Lydia. That would be fun. I was the nun last year. I didn't care. It was fun. It was awesome. It's a good time. Could you imagine a Planet of the Apes movie that was rated R, full-on horror, similar to what they did with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? That would be awesome. JPR, that'd be sick. I already think that there is a level of horror to the Planet of the Apes movies, especially like in some of the original runs. Like the Children of the Bomb movie, which is like, I think that's the second one, right? Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's a level of horror to that, man. If I ever got my hands on the franchise, I would mess around with the Children of the Bomb cult again. I think that's so fascinating. That's one of my favorite movies in the whole franchise, just because of how bizarre it is. I love it. Brandon saying I watched Long Legs on Monday and I thought it was pretty good, but am I the only one that thinks that he looks like Mickey Rourke from The Wrestler and Lord Farquaad and Prince Charming from Shrek? Yeah, I think my thoughts on Long Legs these days is I think it's a really funny comedy. It's hilarious. I don't think it's scary at all. I think the marketing was just like really put me in the wrong mindset for that movie. I can appreciate parts of it nowadays, but I don't like when it tries to take itself seriously in the third act again. I think if they had just made this like one big shit show of a movie that's just like goofy Nicolas Cage performance and Micah Monroe reacting to it, I think if they had just leaned into that and made it what it was, I would have vibed with it a lot more. But it's just really pretentious to me, and I don't know. I did not... It's Osgood Perkins saying, I've made the best horror film ever, and I'm going to have to explain it to all of you idiots because you guys won't get it. Ugh. You got none of you are on my level of intelligence with horror filmmaking. So, that's how a lot of that movie comes off to me. But I don't know. I'm glad a lot of people are liking it. It's really striking a chord with a lot of people, and it's also an indie horror movie that's making a shit ton of money, which means there's going to be more indie horror films. So that's awesome. I can't complain about that. I might not be crazy about the director, but hey, rock on. I'm glad that Neon is probably going to make more indie horror movies now because of that. For the Love of Rock is saying if we get a cult of ghost faces, it would feel weird that the cult would stop pursuing Sam and change their focus to Sydney since Sam is still alive. I think if we do the cult of Ghostface thing, you would have to do that in a new movie, a new story. And all that new characters. I don't think you could do that in 7. I'm definitely not speculating that that would happen in the next film, but I could see, like, if they do like like I was just talking about one-shot movies like Evil Dead, I could totally see them applying that to a Scream film at some point in the future with new characters, of course. Oh, a few more comments, and then Jake's got to get going. I got another stream tonight on Chainsaw Reacts, just so you guys know. Go check that out in like 15 minutes or so. I'm going to be streaming there. It's going to be fun. Unpaid Movie Critic is saying, how do you feel about the It TV show, Welcome to Derry? What I like about it is it's probably going to be the interlude chapters in the book talking about the history of Derry. I'm right there with you, man. It's probably going to fill in the blanks for a lot of the stuff that was only talked about or only mentioned from the last 2 movies. And yeah, they're definitely going to be pulling things from the book for sure. I also love Stephen King's integrity to not write any more It stories. If you go back and you look at the history of the Silence of the Lambs, the Hannibal franchise, you'll see some nasty things about pressuring a writer into writing stories that weren't really necessary just so they could make more movies. That sucks. I like that Stephen King's just like, if they want to make an It TV show, go for it. I'm not writing any more shit to base this stuff on. I respect it. It's integrity. It's good stuff. It's an open and shut story. That's all we need. But I like the idea of doing an It TV show. I think it's a good idea because you can cover some of those smaller stories and smaller ideas from that were only just mentioned in the book, and expand them into a big story. For the small screen. I'm here for it. I'm very excited for the show. I think it's going to be fun. Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise. What more can you ask for? I mean, definitely one of the most iconic horror villains in the last 10, 15 years, without a doubt. So I can't wait. I'm really excited for it. It's very exciting stuff. And Austin Daniels is saying, I'm genuinely worried that Stu will come back for 7. Spyglass knows they got to win audiences back after firing Melissa. Yeah, again, spot on, Austin. I can't disagree with this. I do think that Matthew Lillard will be involved with Scream 7. Will it be for a Stu return? I don't know. But I do think he's going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. Honestly, and you got to look at it from the studio's perspective, right? Matthew Lillard is popping right now. He played one of the most beloved ghost faces in this entire franchise, one of the most beloved killers. Come on now. I mean, if I'm Spyglass and I'm desperate for a win here after making some really stupid decisions last November, it would absolutely be something I was looking for. So will they make a very niche side of the fandom extremely happy with this new movie and just completely destroy the lore from the last 6 movies? Probably. I wouldn't put it past them. But, if they end up going that route, I'll be a little disappointed because, again, I think that there's so much that Scream can do to still shock and surprise audiences. They don't have to do this. They don't have to rely on the obvious next chapter. They could rely on doing something that actually will be shocking and surprising, something that none of the fans will see coming. We have pitched thousands of ideas in the last 3-4 years on this page alone that I think, if developed into a screenplay by a professional writer, could be something really well done and really satisfying for franchise fans. But it's probably likely that you'll see Matthew Lillard taking off a mask in this next film. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't put it past Scream 7, so... really wouldn't put it past that. Infinite Sky cannot believe this is still going, so that's my cue to leave, probably. But anyways, like I said earlier, 15 minutes from now, I will be live on Chainsaw Reacts. Go say hi to me over there. It's going to be fun. And we will be live again on Friday to talk Terrifier 3. We're counting down the days. Unfortunately, I did miss last week's countdown stream, so we're probably going to do another one next week. Maybe I'll go back to 3 streams a week. This was fun. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Join me on Friday for some Terrifier talk. New horror hot takes on Friday as well. I don't want to say what we're covering, but it's a great movie. You guys will know when you see it. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out!